EastEnders updates Harry hostage storyline with sudden Walford comeback. Next week, Kojo Asare will make an unexpected return to Walford, but first Harry Mitchell tries to warn him off. Harry's kidnapping ordeal is becoming increasingly tense, but will Kojo's arrival help or make matters worse? Kojo had recently left the square with Okie, claiming it was for a car exhibition in Wales. Yet it was obvious he had darker plans in motion. Meanwhile, Ravi and Okie held Harry captive until he confessed the truth about the hidden camera in the flat. Even though Harry revealed the secret, Okie refused to release him and is now scheming to cruelly take Gina from him. When George becomes more worried about his brother's disappearance, Okie orders Harry to contact Kojo and instruct him to return to Walford. However, Harry seizes the chance during the call and attempts to protect his friend by urging him to escape. As Okie grows furious, the drug lord insists that Harry rectify his actions and tell Kojo to report back to the handlers he's been working with. But Harry stands his ground, refusing, which prompts Okie to issue a chilling warning. Kojo has been away on missions for Okie and has no clue about the escalating danger Harry is in. An insider from Albert Square explains, imagining him walking back into the flat and discovering his best friend's predicament is terrifying. Elsewhere, after receiving a suspicious message from Harry's phone, Teddy becomes anxious about his missing child. After confiding in Billy, the Mitchells decide Teddy should travel to Cardiff to look for him. If only George and Teddy joined forces to help their family, says the source. Teddy is searching in the wrong place. He doesn't realize his son is being held captive right under his nose in Walford. The Mitchells are a strong family, but Twisted Okie could prove to be their match, the insider adds. As Harry's situation worsens, his worst fears come true when Kojo finally returns to the flat. Will he manage to rescue his friend, or will he end up trapped in the same nightmare? EastEnders star set to leave as controversial plotline reaches climax. The 18-year-old actor is currently at the center of a storyline drawing comparisons to Netflix's Adolescence. After months of misogynistic behavior, Joel lashed out last week, violently attacking his father Ross's girlfriend, Vicky Fowler. The episode was followed by a special BBC Three documentary examining the troubling manosphere and the impact of influencers such as Andrew Tate on teenage boys. As with all soap villains, a reckoning is inevitable, though that doesn't rule out the possibility of revisiting the storyline later. An exclusive source told Metro, Max is exiting EastEnders after an incredible year. There's still plenty coming up that will keep viewers on the edge of their seats. After such a compelling performance, producers will surely be eager to hire him for future projects, and Max is already exploring his next role. Secrets are rare in Walford, and it soon became clear that Ross's golden boy had plenty to hide. When Vicky arrived from Australia for Martin Fowler's funeral, she was keen to return home afterward, only to be disappointed when Ross insisted on staying in London. It later emerged that Joel had secretly taken inappropriate photos of a classmate, with Ross paying her family $50,000 to keep quiet, on the condition they remained in London. Joel then impregnated Avani Nandra Hart, secretly filming the encounter, and introduced his new friend Tommy Moon to the disgusting influencer Drake Zagan. The pair began demeaning women, mistakenly believing it was an acceptable way to discuss the opposite sex. In shocking scenes, Joel sexually assaulted a passenger on the London Underground, with naive Vicky forced to pay off the victim. His behaviour escalated in recent weeks, including exposing Stacey Slater's secret camera footage online and telling Vicky she needed a slap. Following an incident at Walford High, a confrontation left Vicky unconscious after Joel struck her. When Ross discovered the footage he had secretly recorded, he knew he had to do the right thing and report his son to the police. Despite attempting to make amends, Vicky was appalled to learn Ross had visited Joel in prison, and in last night's episode, she threw him out. What's next? Next week, Vicky takes a break from Albert Square, spending time with her sister Sharon Watts and Aunt Kathy Beale to recover. Ross is now living next door with the Beales, despite Kathy's reservations. The idea came from Kathy's partner, Harvey Monroe, who had experienced similar troubles when his own son Aaron ostracized him. Ian initially felt uneasy about the arrangement, but agreed it was acceptable as long as Vicky remained unaware. Of course, in EastEnders, secrets rarely stay hidden for long. During Halloween week, Ross confides in Alfie Moon about a private matter, while Cat Moon shocks everyone at the Queen Vic with a revelation. As 31st October approaches, tensions rise inside the pub. Could Joel be at the centre of it all? Jasmine's agenda revealed as she probes Cindy in EastEnders. Tensions simmer quietly across Walford, but George Knight is becoming increasingly anxious about Kojo Asare's disappearance. With secrets swirling and answers hard to come by, George struggles to get clear information from anyone close to the situation, often receiving only evasive responses. Behind the scenes, it's Okie who's orchestrating events. With Harry Mitchell still in captivity, Okie orders him to contact Kojo in a desperate attempt to track him down. However, Harry refuses to remain a pawn. Taking a daring risk, he instructs Kojo to flee, sending waves of panic through Okie and Ravi Gulati's camp, while simultaneously offering a glimmer of hope that Kojo might evade their grasp. Meanwhile, at the Albert, Jasmine appears to be a supportive friend as Gina Knight vents about Harry's unusual behaviour. At first, Jasmine seems caring and attentive, offering comforting words, but when the topic shifts to Cindy Beale, Jasmine's curiosity becomes more pointed. Her insistence on probing for details raises a few eyebrows. Just as the conversation turns tense, Oscar Branning interrupts, trying to impress Jasmine, still buoyed by her agreement to go on a date. The attempt backfires when Jasmine snaps at him, leaving Oscar stunned and hurt. Embarrassed and frustrated, the usually cheerful Oscar storms off, baffled by her harshness. Shrugging off the encounter, Jasmine suggests she and Gina continue their evening elsewhere. What begins as a casual girls' night soon hints at something more unsettling. Across the square, Teddy Mitchell grows uneasy after receiving a strange message from Harry's phone. Although brief, the tone feels off, and Teddy's instincts tell him something is wrong. Hoping for perspective, he confides in Billy, but Billy's reaction only reinforces Teddy's suspicions that something sinister is unfolding. Back at Okie's base, tension escalates. Angered by Harry's earlier defiance, Okie demands he call Kojo again to lure him back. But Harry, emotionally and physically exhausted, refuses. No longer willing to be manipulated, he stands firm. Infuriated and volatile, Okie delivers a chilling threat, warning of serious consequences if Harry disobeys again. As pressure mounts on Okie and Ravi's operation, those closest to Harry begin to feel the strain. The spotlight returns to Jasmine, whose pointed questions and explosive reaction toward Oscar have left others wondering, does she have a secret motive, or is it just curiosity? EastEnders airs Mondays to Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on BBC One and BBC iPlayer.